Thank you for clicking play on the video. I'd like to ask you to click the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so that you can get alerted every time we bring out great content. Thanks. Hey there, YouTube comic community. This is Jimmy the Geek Aficionado, and I am back with another episode of Will Work for Comics. This is actually a four-part episode. And the reason why it's a four-part episode is because this is a $4,000 comic book haul of marvelous stuff from the Silver Age and the Bronze Age, and a little bit of modern kind of thrown in there for a little twist. But basically what happened is that I do work for a comic book store, and I build up a certain amount of credit. This credit was actually attributed to me turning in a number of modern books back to the store, obviously at a lower value than what I paid for, at least a lower return for me. But, you know, I got to enjoy the books, and I got to flip them back over. So the nice part about this is I do get some credit, and I do get to take that credit and I get to turn that credit into other books. Now, I dropped off a lot of books, so there was a lot of credit that was built up along with some of the other things that I do for the store. So we're going to start off this episode. This is a DC episode. It's pretty straightforward. I am trying to work out my DC Kirby, trying to knock that out, right? So Jack Kirby, the King, went to DC in the 70s and created some characters for them and did some work. Most notably was Jack Kirby's Fourth World run, where he created Apocalypse and Darkseid and a number of characters over there. And one of those characters is notably Mr. Miracle. So we're gonna start this off with Mr. Miracle number 7 in the run, and these all came from a significantly mid to high grade collection. This one here, this issue number 7. It's got some damage here on the side and everything. It's about a VG fine. But it's a nice looking copy, definitely. This one here is issue number 9. It's about a fine minus. Still super clean looking. Got a great look and appeal to it. And for books from the 70s, I mean, these are 20-cent books, right? So they're, what are we looking at, 50 years old at this stage? So anything, coming from this age that's still mid-grade, and above, that fine range or above is still going to be a hot prospect to have, right? So that's one of those definitely helpful scenarios. Issue number 10. Again, it's got some, some creasing over on the corner there, so nothing too bad, nothing major. Issue number 11. Now, there might be some actual keynotes to some of these issues. I don't recall what they are off the top of my head. I know there's a point in here where Scott Free and Big Barty getting married. We have issue number 12. Always liking to put him in danger, and I love these Jack Kirby covers. They're just, they're classic Kirby. This reminds me of a Fantastic Four cover. It's just the way he looks, the way he paints his characters. This is issue number 13. He's trying to escape from a train. It's kind of funny, right? The whole damsel in distress. No, it's Scott Free in distress. And issue number 16, and this is one of the last issues that was actually done by Jack Kirby. Then they go to the, I want to say there was a short break, and they go to the 35-cent copies, and they don't have Jack Kirby working on them anymore. I think at that point he went back to Marvel. So that finishes the Kirby run from what I picked up on Mr. Miracle, and then we get into this here. This is issue number 19. Nice little grainy goodness yelling on the cover. And then issue number 20. Issue 21. And I'm working through this whole original run. So that's why there's, there's so much here that's, you know, later in the series. 22, Midnight of the Gods. And then we've got 23 and 25. And I think 25 might actually be the last issue of this series. And like I said, these are all, you know, mid to higher grade. I mean, this one's got a nice, you know, light crease across the cover. But, you know, to me, it's not a huge need. You know, it's a nice looking copy. It's, you know, it's a good cover. And just want to be able to get, you know, some nice copies of it to have for the collection. But best part, I'm going to say about this Mr. Miracle run is I didn't just get that. I did get some earlier ones, like issue number 4 with the first appearance of Big Barda. And this guy, it's got a little damage here at the top from, I think it's like a binding strap. So I got this one marked as like a fine plus, maybe a little bit higher, but, you know, a little bit of damage up there. So, you know, it wouldn't be more than a VF. And then, or VF minus, and then we've got a little crease down here. But a nice copy of the first appearance of Big Barda, you know, super clean, got a great look to it. And Mr. Miracle number 2. This is the first appearance of Granny Goodness and the Furies. And that's a pretty high grade copy. This one got marked as a near mint minus. So that one's probably going to be heading off to CGC. And there's a number of books in this collection that I'm definitely going to be sending out to CGC. Because they're just, you know, I mean, some of them are not even keys. They're just so high grade. And we'll be getting to those in this segment and in the upcoming segments. So that's it for Mr. Miracle. Those are the ones I got. Those are the sweet ones. And then another character who has absolutely nothing to do with Jack Kirby's Fourth World, but yet again another creation of Jack Kirby is this guy, the Demon, and this is issue number 1. It's mid-grade. It's like I'd say it's a high fine. Needs a press, needs a little bit of a clean. It's got some color break over here. Best case scenario, it's maybe a 6.5 to a 7. But it's just a super good looking copy. It's just sharp, you know. I mean, I'll be looking for a higher grade copy of issue number 1 coming up. But great Jack Kirby work. Got issue number 2 here. Very Batman-esque there, you know, like Batman hiding in the shadows, waiting for somebody to come so you can jump on them. See that in a lot of Neil Adams work. Issue number 3. If you're not familiar with the character of the Demon, he's a rhyming demon, so everything he says is in rhymes. And on top of that, it's kind of like Captain Marvel and Rick Jones back in the well, it was around the same period of time, I want to say, where the Negabands bound Captain Marvel to Rick Jones, and they couldn't occupy the same space at the same time, but when they clanged the Negabands, they would switch. Kind of a similar situation. Jason Blood is the host for the Demon, and they have to take turns in this plane of existence. Issue number 5, still more great Jack Kirby. Same with issue number 6. And I want to say that this is a key. And that is Witch Boy on the cover right here. So I have to check into that, and I'll post notes on that. But I believe that might be the first appearance of Witch Boy. I could be wrong. But he's if you watch the Young Justice show, he's the irritating kid with the cat in the Quaker outfit. And we've got issue number 8. Again, still some more marvelous Jack Kirby. Issue number 9. Looks like the Blue Devil, but who's coming to get him? Got the pitchfork and the horns and everything. But I don't think Blue Devil was. Yeah, Blue Devil was definitely not out yet. So who knows? And again, mid-grade. I mean, this is a fine. If you look at the the corner there. It's got, you know, some wear and such, but still really good for reader, you know, for a solid reader and keeper. All these I would say definitely need a press. It's issue number 13. A cool date stamp up there. And then last but not least, this is issue number 15. Again with Witch Boy back on the cover with his cat. Crazy. Cats. What are you gonna do? But anyway, that's my haul, right? For part 1. And stay tuned for the upcoming segments. Thanks a lot.